Hi everyone. We are going to go over the reteaching for 4-2, and it's all about arrays and multiplication. So again, it's the reteaching. So up at the top of the page, you have your handy dandy outline of what the assignment is all going to be about. So let's read the directions. Multiplication can be used to find the total in an array. Scott arranged some apples in an array. He made 4 rows with 3 apples in each row. How many apples does Scott have? Draw Scott's array. So really, I think of arrays as a sticker pad. And the sticker pads where every single one has to be lined up right next to each other, and they have to be evenly across from each other and evenly down from each other. So when you're making your own arrays, they have to be just right next to each other, right up and down from each other. Nothing's going to be askew. So when you read an array, this array shows there are 4 rows. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then there are 3 apples in each row. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So each row, you'd count 3. So you have 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 equals 12. An easier way of saying that would be to say 4 times 3 equals 12. And here it is written. 4 times 3 equals 12. So Scott has 12 apples. Now, remember to realize that your addition and your multiplication go hand in hand. Really, if it's repeated addition over and over and over again, that's the same as multiplication. Okay? So let's go down and do some of the problems down at the bottom of the page. Write a multiplication sentence for each array. So you're going to look at the rows. So the rows are going across. And I'll draw a little line here. A little red line. It's kind of not super straight, but I'm trying. Okay. So you have 1 row, 2 rows, 3 rows. So 3 is going to be the first number in your multiplication number sentence. And then you're going to look to see, you're going to count how many dots there are in the 3 rows. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have 3 times 5, and that equals, if I go 5, 10, 15. So my answer is 3 times 5 equals 15. Let's go on to number 2. Number 2 always tricks up people because there's only 1 row. Well, if there's only 1 row, then it's going to be a 1 at the bottom and nothing else. And you have your multiplication. So how many were in this row? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 times 4 equals, I count my dots, equals 4. Okay, let's go to number 3. So we have 1 row, and then we have 2 rows, and then 3 rows. So again, our first number in our equation is going to be 3. There are 3 rows, and in each row, there are 3 in each row. And 3 times 3, I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is my answer. Okay, let's go down to number 4. Now, remember how I said up at the top about drawing an array. So that's what they're going to have you do down here. You're going to draw an array to show the fact 3 times 4. So you're going to have 3 rows and 4 items in each row. So I would just start drawing. You could draw circles, you could draw X's. I think X's are the easiest to draw as you're going across. And mine are not going to be perfect because my handy dandy pointer is not the best. But so here are my 4 across. And again, you have to try to line it up pretty perfect underneath the first row. And then I have 1 more row to do because there are 3 rows and there are 4 in each row. So something similar to this. Now, it doesn't have to be X's. It can be dots. It can be apples, whatever you choose. As long as you can see the rows are lined up and so are the numbers of the items in each row. Okay, let's go on to number 5. Priya is arranging 28 chairs with 7 chairs in each row. How many rows will there be? You can use an array to help. So 7 in each row. So you're going to go through, and I would start with 7 and just count. You can count up to see exactly how many are going to be in each row. So, or how many rows are going to be, sorry. So I have my 7. This is not going to be perfect, but I'm trying. So I have my 7, there's 4, 5, 6, 7. After you get your 7 across, because there are 7 chairs there, then you're going to, right underneath it, you're going to start with, instead of starting over with 1 again, you're going to say 7, and then you're going to go 8, 9, 10, and you're going to count all the way up until you get to 28. Now, mine is not very pretty, and it may take me some time to do this because my X's are hard to create. But so so there was 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3. I'm starting to look back, sorry. And again, you guys will be able to create these better than I am creating them because, okay, this is not the best array, but because they're not precise. But if we look at how many rows will there be, we have 1 row, 2 rows, 3 rows, 4. So I found that out by really having my rows go across, doing 7 each row, and then by the time I get to the 4th row down, it came to 28. So that's your best bet when you're doing a problem like this to help you out.